Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. At the moment, we are not producing plates or screws because our dual storage containers are actually completely full. Still producing bars and stuff, but that's a very good problem to have. All things considered. How are we doing over here? We got a lot of space over there. So let's just grab... that's concrete. Let's just grab, like... I don't know. That's screws. Let's grab, like... a row and a half from here. And then... screws are the other thing that I'm not currently producing. Let's just grab some of those as well. And that should get these lines moving again. And we'll just give this stuff to the awesome sink. Because why not? There we go. Get that stuff going in there. Give me some more awesome points so I can unlock more building pieces and things like that. Today, what I really want to do... Let me just restock on those and grab a little bit of that as well. What I want to do today is I want to go ahead and get the... space elevator built. As you can see, it is extremely large. It takes a lot of resources, although the resources are pretty easy. It's stuff that we already have. But the reason we want the space elevator is because in order to go up to the next tier of stuff to unlock, which will include better conveyor belts and all sorts of good stuff, coal power, so we can fully automate our power, all sorts of good stuff, we need to complete the space elevator phase 1. And the way we do that is by constructing the space elevator itself, and then we have to put in 50 smart plating. And smart plating is made using reinforced iron plates and rotors, and it has to be done in an assembler. You can't just make this in the crafting bench. You can make the reinforced iron plates in a crafting bench, and you can make the rotor manually in a crafting bench, but the smart plating itself has to be done in an assembler. With that said, reinforced iron plates are a super essential resource, and I want to go ahead and automate the production of those altogether, because not only are they used for that smart plating, they're also used for the tier 2 conveyor belts. So we will go through them like crazy if we want to be using a bunch of tier 2 conveyor belts, and we definitely want to be using a bunch of tier 2 conveyor belts. So we can fully automate this at 100% resource efficiency, using a single pure iron node, which I have set up over here, and then I'm running these conveyor belts. I'm coming out of the pure iron node with a tier 2 conveyor belt, and then splitting it almost immediately into 2 single tier 1 belts because they're way cheaper, and ultimately it's going to get split into 2 lines. But if we follow this up, it's going to go up this little ramp, and then come over to here, where it is then going to descend using these item elevators and popping back down to here, and over in this space is where we're going to actually set up this whole thing. So the first thing we need is 4 smelters, and we'll just go... Oh, I need iron rods. I dumped all of my iron rods into the thing. Let me just grab a couple stacks of those. There we go. So we can actually do this. And smelters. Here we go. So let's just center these right in the middle. And let's just put them right about there. Should be good, I think. And we are going to need 4 of these. We'll just put them in like that. And then we're going to run the belts from the splitters into them. We'll line it up and then back off 2 spaces. And that'll give us that nice 90-degree angle little thing. So there's the line where it's lined up. Back it off 2. Get that nice 90-degree turn that looks nice and clean. There we go. Okay, so we've got 4 smelters here. And these are going to produce everything we need for the reinforced iron plating. So, first things first, we now need 4 constructors. And we also need... or actually, we need 5 constructors. And then we need a splitter coming off of this one. Let's just put it right there, I guess. We'll have to scoot the... well, no, you know what? I should be able to go splitter. I should be able to squeeze this in just barely. Although you're also in the wrong spot. You need to be centered. Right there. There we go. Okay. Splitter. Here. If we do this very carefully, we should be able to fit that. Oh, except I faced the splitter the wrong way like a genius. Good job, self. There we go. So, let's just put it right there. Run the belt in. And then this is going to split off into 2 separate constructors. So now we'll take our constructors and put these guys right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And now we just run the belts. So you come to there. You run into there. And these ones will just feed directly into the constructor ahead of them. So, obviously, we're making iron ingots with the smelters using the iron ore. So we'll configure those. Then these 3 constructors are all going to be dedicated to iron plates. Because if we look at iron plates, they take 30 iron ingots to make 20 iron plates. 1 smelter produces 30 iron ingots, so we will be fully utilizing all of those resources. Then over here, we're going to make iron bars, or iron rods. I call them bars half the time for some reason. Over here, and you'll notice it needs 15 ingots, which is half of what 1 smelter produces. So this smelter will basically provide the iron ingots for both of these 2 constructors. Also, we are almost certainly going to have to extend this platform a bit. Let's just... because I want to have a walkway on either side. There we go. Good enough. Okay, so now the iron bars are then going to be turned into iron screws. So we again need... logistics. We again need a merger and a splitter. So we will merge like so. I would really like to fit the next row of things here. If I scoot this back a little bit, will it work? Like, can I just back that up to there? Like so? Yep. We might even be able to get the nice right angle. We totally can. Okay, cool. So fit you in here, and then we need to immediately split this. Like so. And this needs to split into 3 constructors. So, production constructor, here we go. Will you fit right there? Maybe? Like it's clipping a bit? No, that looks awful. Okay, we'll have to scoot these forward. So in that case, let's use our space a little bit better just so it looks a bit better. That's fine. We'll just scoot the constructors up. Say to about halfway. We'll say like there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, we don't need that many. We only need 3. So you and you can go away. And then, actually, we should be able to do it like that. And then go logistics splitter. Put one splitter here. And then a merger right behind it, like so. So you'll feed into there, you'll feed into here, and you will feed in there as well, and then you will go into that one, like so, and you will feed into there. Okay, and then these are going to all be one single unified line as well. So we just take a merger. We'll say we can put it like right there. And just feed these straight in. Get our nice 90-degree angles. Like so. There we go. Okay, so these are producing iron plates, these three. Like so. And then these are producing iron rods. They're making 15 rods per minute, which means two of them together are making 30 rods per minute going into this merger. Then that 30 rods per minute is being split out to 3 separate constructors, which will be making screws at a cost of 10 per minute. So that is fully utilizing all of the rods that are being produced. And then last but not least, we just need to merge those back up again. We'll say like here. So feed you in, feed you in, and you in, and then finally it just needs to all go into an assembler. And the assembler we will put... Wow, this thing's way bigger than I thought. Oh, there we go. Would help if I had it in the right spot. So there we go. We'll put this like so... No, that needs to come forward even more. So let's put it, say... there. That should work. And then we go... here. Here. And I'm hoping... it doesn't give us that beautiful right angle we like so much, but I think it's probably okay. And then we'll bring you... we'll say to like... here. You... bring you straight. Let's see. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will give us the nice, snappy right angle that we like so much. So I think that should work. And that way, this thing will be provided the plates from over here. Oh, actually, this needs to be... no, 20, that's 60. This one. This is the one right here for the screws. This needs to be a Mark IV or a Mark II belt. Otherwise, it won't have enough. Okay, and then last but not least, we just need to feed all of that into a container of some sort. We'll put that... I want that to be closer to where I was, so we'll probably put it over here, and then I'll run the conveyor belt around and, like, back up, maybe? Or maybe I'll just put it over here for now, and I can move it later, because a lot of this stuff is ultimately still temporary. it's kind of like, eh. So let's go right here. We'll put it right in the middle. And we want to go there. And then on top, we do this. Grab a Mark II, or a Mark I lift, I should say, to feed from the top into the bottom. And then ultimately, you're gonna produce what, like 5 per minute for reinforced iron plates? Yeah, 5 per minute. So we definitely do not need a tier 2 belt for this. So we'll just go like that, and then you feed in like so with a nice right angle, and then all we need to do is power this whole thing, and it should work flawlessly. Alright, I think I've got it all wired up, so in theory, as soon as I connect that should fully activate the system. Now, it will take a while for the iron ore to filter its way through the system, you know, to go travel along all these belts. It does have a way to go. But once it starts going, we should be in good shape. I think everything is wired up properly and all that kind of stuff. Let's just pop up here and just make sure there's no red bars. Because you'll notice they have this nice little fancy indicator to show if something's wrong, and everything should be yellow right now until it gets resources, at which point it should all turn to green. So at least for now, everything looks good. Let's check on it as soon as the resources start flowing in. Okay, the iron is starting to reach, and we should slowly see all of these machines transition to green as the resources work their way through the system. Everything looks good over on this side. You are stopped. Why, that looks like that conveyor belt is not hooked up properly. That would cause an issue, yes. Okay. Let's see if we can... This is why we check. Let's do one of those. Let's put that ore into here. There we go. Not sure why that got hooked up all weird, but should be fine. You're green. You're green. That's all looking good. We've got our iron plates working their way over there. We've got our iron bars heading into here to make screws. And we've got our screws starting to pop out. So I think we're good. Why are you yellow? Oh, because you need to be set to screws, not to ingots. And you also need to be set to screws. There we go. Troubleshooting 101. This is why you always check your stuff after you make it. But now, at least in theory, we should see screws coming out of there, out of here. Okay, good, good, good. And this should start filling up. And as soon as it is, like, done, it should get consumed. And there shouldn't be any downtime once the system is all synced up. And it should be synced up now. Just took that one recipe to not fire immediately. But yeah, looks like we are getting screws in fast enough and plates in fast enough. So there we go. Now we're producing these reinforced iron plates, and they will ultimately make their way in here. Only 5 per minute, so it's pretty slow. But, you know, let that passively run for a while, and it'll be pretty good. So yeah, good stuff. I'm kind of dumb sometimes. It's actually 2 assemblers to fully utilize the resources, because each of these requires half the amount of resources we're producing. 10 out of 10. I'm an absolute genius. So here's the plan. What we're going to do, that means we need to split these each into 2 lines, one going into each of these, which means we're going to have to cross some lines, which is going to be a little weird. But I think what we can do is go like that and like that, right? And then we'll bring you, let's just, how do I want to do this? The hard part is the splitter here, because we can't just plop it on like that. So I think what we can do instead is maybe go like lift. We want to lift the plates because that's not 120 per minute. That's much less. And then let's just go like, I guess we'll say like here. Let's put it right in the middle. And then bring it out like that, right? Hook this thing up. Oh, no. There we go. Hook that thing up. So those will start going in here. And then we want to bring this... Like, I need splitters. I need splitters up in the air. This is the tricky part. I suppose we could split it on the ground as well. That might be easier. Yeah, that's probably easier. We ultimately do need to lift these up into the air. But we can probably just split them on the ground and then call it good. So give me a splitter here. We'll put one like right... we'll say like here. Lined up with this. So you go there. You come over until you're lined up with that. 2 more. And in like so. And then you come out and in like that. Okay. So those will start flowing in like this. Although this actually needs to be one of the high-powered super lines in order for this to split properly. And then we just got to figure out how we're going to do this part. Ooh, you're in kind of an annoying spot. It's fine. So let's say we're going to split here. Yeah, right there looks fine. You go like so. And we'll grab one of you, put you like that, and run you in like so. And then last but not least, let's go here. Oh, come on. Like that. 1, 2, rotate. Like that. Yeah, this will totally work. We've got it. I got it figured out. I'm a genius. Face this way. No? Oh, you're not lined up right. Okay, hold on. Gotta make sure we get this lined up properly. So you need to be in line with that and this. Now, if we put you here, and then do one of those. Yeah, we've got a nice 90-degree angle. Beautiful. So now it's going to split. And I can't actually see up here to see if that's working, but I'm assuming it is. Okay, good. And then we just need to power these. And you're probably full? or something? Why are you... Maybe they just need power. That's my assumption. So let's go... You're chilling over here. Let's go 1, 2. Okay. Now the stuff appears to be flowing in. And now we are making stuff and things. Okay, we've done it. All right. So next up, we need to make the space elevator. I've made a spot for it way over there. We have to grab the resources from our storage bins, but that's no big deal. But before we do that, I want to do one more thing, just super quick. I'm just going to throw down 2, like, temporary assemblers. One here and one right there. And just hook those up to the grid. And we're going to use these to make our smart plating, because it's going to take like 25 minutes. Well, actually, it'll be half that. It'll be like 12 and a half minutes to make the smart plating. And I do have the resources. I do have the rotors, and I do have the reinforced plates. There we go. So we need a 50. We're going to put... oh, that's not right. Smart plating. Here we go. I'm going to put 25 of those and 25 of those. And then here... Oh, I did it again. We're going to do the same thing. 25 and 25. So we're going to get these things producing, and then after they're done making the smart plating, we'll just delete these. I do want to automate the production of rotors and probably smart plating eventually, but I want to get to coal power first, and the only way to do that is to create the hub. So, yeah. Or the space elevator, I should say. So it looks like we have all the resources we need to make this, other than the copper wire. So if we just grab, that's sheets, cable, wire. There we go. Just grab a few of those. And I don't remember if the space elevator requires power or not. I don't think it does. I think it is self-powered. But we've got what we need now, right? Oh, that's the hub. There we go. I didn't grab enough copper. You fool. Should have just grabbed 3 stacks. It's fine. Also, can't wait till we make like proper factories with walkways and stuff like that to make it easier to get around. That'll be so nice. Once we have all the pieces we need to build like a proper, actual, nice, organized factory instead of just kind of plopping these modules, so to speak, down wherever we can fit them. Okay, so space elevator. We're going to put this thing right over here. And I want it to be... Oh, so close. Right there. But then we want to rotate. It's so hard to place something this large. Almost got it. Come on. We're so close. Sure, good enough. That'll do. Okay, so here's our space elevator. And that will fit nicely on this little platform area that I made for it. It has a little bit of room to spare, which is great. Oh, this is the front. Okay, just kidding. I've changed my mind. We're not putting it there. Dismantle. There's the front of it. And we'll put that right there. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay. So this thing, once it's all said and done, we'll need to dump the iron plates in, or the smart plating, I should say, and then send them off into space, and that will unlock the next tier of stuff. But as I said, we can't do that until we actually have it, and it's going to take a little while for those machines to finish producing the smart plating. Alright, looks like our assemblers are done making the smart plating. We can just disassemble those. We now have our 50 smart plating that we need. So we should be able to dump these into the space elevator, and then we will have unlocked Tier 3, which is, and 4. I think it unlocks Tier 3 and 4? Or maybe it's just Tier 3. I don't know. Either way, it's going to unlock all sorts of goodies for us. So let's quickly swing over here. You don't actually have to be next to the terminal. You can do it from over here as well. Well, let's do that. Seal it up. And send it up into space. There we go. Now we have unlocked Tier 3, which is pretty sweet. And to go to the Tier 3 and 4, I guess next one will be Tier 5 and 6. To go to Tier 5 and 6, we're going to need 500 smart plating, as well as 500 versatile framework and 100 automated wiring. That's much more complicated than what we've just done, but thankfully, we will have also received some new tools to assist us in our quest to get that stuff all taken care of. So, if we pop over to the hub, we can now see what we have unlocked. Just swing over here real quick. And if we look at the hub terminal, Tier 3 and Tier 4. Tier 3 gives us coal power, which is super important. This is a fully automatable fuel power source. We don't need to keep manually loading stuff into it. You set it up and then you let it be, and it will take care of itself. This is what we want ASAP, because we don't want to keep having to load our biofuel generators over and over and over and over again. We've also got access now to vehicular transport, so we can get tractors and trucks, as well as steel production. And then Tier 4, we've got Logistics Mark III, which will give us even better conveyor belts, larger storage containers, power storage, which is essentially like a battery, all sorts of good stuff there. Hyper tubes allow us to get around the world super quick. Improved melee combat will give us a new weapon to zap baddies with. And then we also have advanced steel production, which includes the Miner Mark II, which is twice as good, I believe, as the regular miner. So all sorts of goodies. Obviously, we still need to go through the process of actually unlocking them by turning in the necessary resources, but huge step in the right direction. We've got a reinforced plating being manufactured, and we now have our space elevator as well. Seems like a good place to leave it off for today. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.